Hello, welcome to Astronautics for Exploit. I am Dr. Ayanshala Ogundele, and I will be presenting Lunar Gateway Service Provider Companies. The overview of my presentation is as follows: cis-lunar space station and Lunar Gateway companies. Presently, one of the main space station foci is on the lunar and cis-lunar exploration, especially on the design and development of the Lunar Gateway, various lunar missions, and lunar tourism. All the experiences gained during these activities will be helpful in the future Mars exploration endeavor. The Lunar Gateway, an outpost proposed to orbit the Moon, is planned to provide further support for a long-term human return to the lunar surface, and also as a staging point for deep space exploration. The outpost, which is under development, will be used as a destination for astronaut expeditions and science investigations, and as a port for deep space transportation, such as landers on its way to the lunar surface, or spacecraft that is embarking on far destinations beyond the Moon. The initial development of the Lunar Gateway is planned to contain the critical components of power and propulsion element, the habitation and logistics outpost, and logistics capabilities. The power and propulsion element, a high-power 60 kW solar electric propulsion spacecraft, will provide power, high-rate communications, altitude control, and orbital transfer capabilities for the gateway. The habitation and logistics outpost is planned to be the initial crew cabin for astronauts visiting the gateway. Its main functions are to provide basic life support needs for the visiting astronauts after they arrive in the Orion and prepare for their trip to the lunar surface, to provide command, control, and data handling capabilities, energy storage, and power distribution. The Gateway Logistics Services, having the function of providing logistical services to the Gateway, involves a series of uncrewed space flights to the Lunar Gateway space station for the deliverance of cargo, science experiments, and supplies, such as sample collection materials and other items, to the Lunar Gateway. In a bid to facilitate the development of the Lunar Gateway, critical components are being developed, and several companies are being selected for the development. SpaceX was selected by NASA to deliver cargo and other supplies to the Gateway. Messiah Technologies will develop, build, and support an in-space demonstration of the PPE. The alloy will be developed by Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Northrop, Bigelow Aerospace, and Boeing, Nanoracks, and Sierra Nevada Corp. They are scheduled to deliver grand prototypes of habitat models for testing. Thessalonian Space is working on refueling, infrastructure, and telecommunications. While Rapido Systems, a leading tools and services provider to the aerospace and defense industries, was selected to support software verification for the Lunar Gateway project. Cis-lunar space station. Cis-lunar space station, a deep space habitat around the Moon, also referred to as Lunar Orbiting Platform Gateway, is the next destination for astronauts. The gateway will be an outpost orbiting the Moon and providing further support for a sustainable and long-term human return to the lunar surface. This picture shows planned deep space habitat around the moon. Deep space habitat will provide access to more of the lunar surface than ever before, with living quarters for astronauts, a lab for science and research, ports for visiting spacecraft, and many more. The cis-lunar space station will be a waypoint for future missions to the moon and beyond. This picture shows an artist's illustration of the planned Lunar Orbital Platform Gateway. Moon Orbiting Space Station. The Lunar Gateway, a moon orbiting space station, is planned to put astronauts down near the moon's south pole by the year 2024. The lunar landers, both crewed and uncrewed, will depart from the gateway, and astronauts will regroup there after wrapping up their activities on the lunar surface. This picture shows view of Lunar Gateway, including its elements. The picture here shows the plans for the Lunar Orbiting Platform Gateway, a small moon orbiting space station. So there is a spaceport for human and robotic exploration to the moon and beyond. It has the component for human access to and from the lunar surface, the cargo resupply, the sample return, science and tech demos, and gateway access. Lunar Gateway Service Providers Companies. Several companies are working on developing various components of the Lunar Gateway, and some of them are classified into the following categories. We have the in-space demonstration, habitation and logistics outpost development, gateway logistics services, human landing systems, refueling, infrastructure and telecommunication, collaboration on lunar gateway development, and software verification. In-space demonstration. In-space demonstration is the demonstration of technologies and ideas developed on Earth in space. Various in-space technology demonstrations have been carried out in the International Space Station. An example can be found in physicists' use of cold atom lamp in the ISS to create an unusual state of matter known as a Bose-Einstein condensate in space. This picture shows Lunar Orbital Platform Gateway with approaching Orion spacecraft. Several companies are working on in-space demonstration of technologies and ideas developed on Earth in Lunar Gateway. This picture shows concept art of the Lunar Gateway space station as it is intended to appear. Mazar Technologies. Mazar Technologies company was selected by NASA to develop, build, and support an in-space demonstration of the Lunar Gateway power and propulsion element. The power and propulsion element is a high-power 60 kW solar electric propulsion spacecraft that is being designed to provide power, high-rate communications, altitude control, and orbital transfer capabilities for the Gateway. This picture shows NASA's Gateway Moon Orbiting Space Station. Mazar Technologies is a space technology company that specializes in manufacturing communication, Earth observation, radar, and on orbiting servicing satellites, satellite products, and related services. This picture shows a proposal for facilities in cis-lunar space. Habitation and logistics outpost development. Some companies are into this category, and some of them are shown as follows. Lunar Gateway Habitation and Logistics Outpost is the initial crew cabin to be developed by Northrop Grumman for astronauts visiting this gateway. Its primary purpose is to provide basic life support needs for the visiting astronauts after they arrive in the Orion and prepare for their trip to the lunar surface. This picture shows concept of Lockheed Martin's refurbished multi-purpose logistics module. Halo will provide command, control, and data handling capabilities, energy storage and power distribution, thermal control, communications, and tracking capabilities, as well as environmental control and life support systems to augment the Orion spacecraft and support crew members. Halo will have several docking ports for visiting vehicles and future models, as well as space for science and storage. This picture shows planned deep space habitat around the moon, which is referred to as Lunar Orbiting Platform. Habitat model designers: Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Bigelow Aerospace, Boeing, Nanoracks, and Sierra Nevada Corp are scheduled to deliver ground prototypes of their proposed habitat models for testing. This picture shows cutaway view showing what the Lockheed Martin habitat model will look like. Gateway logistics services. Some companies are into these particular operations, and some of them are as follows. SpaceX was selected by NASA to provide gateway logistics services. The company will deliver cargo and other supplies to the gateway. One logistics service delivery is anticipated for each crewed Artemis mission to the gateway. This picture shows the power and propulsion system for the Lunar Gateway. Astronauts need at the Lunar Gateway. As astronauts prepare for missions to the lunar surface, they will need deliveries of critical pressurized and unpressurized cargo, science experiments, and supplies, such as sample collection materials and other items. This picture shows artist concept of Artemis astronaut stepping onto the moon. Launch services for Halo and PPE. SpaceX was selected by NASA to provide launch services for PPE and Halo. After the integration on Earth, the PPE and Halo are targeted to launch together around November 2024 on a Falcon Heavy rocket from Launch Complex at Kennedy. This picture shows illustration of the SpaceX Dragon as it is deployed from the Falcon Heavy's second stage in high Earth orbit. Some companies are into human landing system, which will provide service for the Lunar Gateway. The human landing system is being designed to carry astronauts to the lunar surface and launch them back to lunar orbit when their expedition is complete. This picture shows NASA's Gateway Moon Orbiting Space Station. Companies working on human landing system are Blue Origin, Dynetics, and SpaceX. Presently, they are developing their industry-led innovative designs for human landing systems. This picture shows artist concept of Lunar Gateway orbiting the moon. Some companies were selected to study and develop prototypes that reduce schedule risk for the descent, transfer, and refueling elements of a potential human landing system. This picture shows future Gateway Moon Orbiting Space Station. Prototype development. NASA's proposed plan is to transport astronauts in a human landing system that includes a transfer element for the journey from the Lunar Gateway to low lunar orbit, a descent element to carry them to the surface, and an ascent element to return them to the gateway. The agency is also looking at refueling capabilities so as to make these systems reusable. This picture shows Lunar Gateway. The companies involved in human landing system are Aerojet Rocketdyne, Blue Origin, Boeing, Dynetics, Lockheed Martin, Master Space Systems, Northrop Grumman Innovation Systems, Hobby Beyond, Sierra Nevada Corporation, SpaceX, and SSL. This picture shows planned deep space orbit around the moon, which is referred to as Lunar Orbiting Platform Gateway. Some companies are also into refueling, infrastructure, and telecommunications of the Lunar Gateway. Beyond Halo, other models will be added over time. For example, the European system providing refueling, infrastructure, and telecommunications, and the International Habitation Model. This picture shows Gateway Space Station. Spirit and IHAP are being developed by the ESA and JESA in collaboration with French aerospace developer Thales Alenia Space, with additional contributions by NASA and the Canadian Space Agency. Integration with the Gateway. The models are planned to be launched by year 2026 and 2027 and integrated with the Gateway while in lunar orbit. This picture shows a planned space station in lunar orbit where Thales Alenia Space will build the E-Spirit. There are various collaborations on Lunar Gateway development. Gateway international partners are planning to provide important contributions to the lunar outpost in the areas of advanced external robotics, additional habitation, refueling capability, and other enhancements. This picture shows concept of Lockheed Martin's multipurpose logistics model prototype. Canada is participating in the Gateway and contributing advanced external robotics. The Canadian Space Agency awarded a contract to MDA to build the Canadian Canadarm3 for Artemis deep space missions. This picture shows ARTIS concept of a future moon landing carried out under NASA's newly named Artemis program. Lunar Gateway partners. Japan plans to contribute habitation components and logistics resupply of the Lunar Gateway. This picture shows illustration of Gateway in lunar orbit with PPE and Halo and the SpaceX Dragon logistics model on approach to docking. The European Space Agency plans to contribute to the Lunar Gateway. ESA will contribute habitation and refueling modules and enhanced lunar communications to the Gateway. ESA will also provide 2 additional European service modules for the Orion spacecraft. This picture shows illustration of Gateway in lunar orbit. Software verification is another part that some companies are into. Rapido Systems, a leading tools and services provider to the aerospace and defense industries, was selected by NASA to support software verification for the Lunar Gateway project. Rapido is providing both rapid test and rapid cover for the Gateway project so as to make software verification activities as streamlined and efficient as possible. This picture shows Lunar Gateway concept. Rapid Test, the unit test management tool in the Rapid Verification suite, will enable NASA engineers to author, manage, and execute software tests both on host and on target. Testing management. Rapid Test is used by many of the largest aerospace companies in the world to manage their testing and is designed to flexibly integrate into any software development workflow. This picture shows Lunar Gateway space station in lunar orbit. Rapid Cover, the code coverage tool in the Rapid Verification suite, will help NASA engineers reduce the effort needed to collect and analyze code coverage metrics for gateway software. Rapid Cover features some of the lowest instrumentation over Earth available on the market, reducing the number of builds needed for coverage collection, and supports complex code with up to 1,000 conditions per decision. Rapid Cover's efficient match and mark workflow makes handling large, complex code bases more efficient than ever. This picture shows concept of the logistics module docked to gateway in lunar orbit. You've been watching and listening to Lunar Gateway Service Provider Companies. Thank you.